नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya. 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 Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Giridhari, Radha Giridhari Radhe. Jaya Radha Giridhari, Radha Giridhari Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Rasa Bihari, Radha Rasa Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Rasa Bihari, Radha Rasa Bihari Radhe. जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे। जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे। जय राधा कुंज बिहारी राधा कुंज बिहारी राधे। जय राधा कुंज बिहारी राधा कुंज बिहारी राधे। जय राधा बांके बिहारी राधा बांके बिहारी राधे। जय राधा बांके बिहारी राधा बांके बिहारी राधे। जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे। जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव। निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। बोलो हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचारि यमुनातीरावनचारि जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकीम्. Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So we are in chapter number 15. So we'll recite the verses and then we'll discuss, followed by Mangalacharan. Chapter 15, the Yoga of the Supreme Person. 15.1 Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Urdhvamulam Adah Sakham Asvastham Prahurabhyayam Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Veda Savedavita. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. 15.2 Adhashordhvam prasitastasya sakha Guna prabidha visay pravalaham Adhasya mulani anusantutani Karmanubandhini manushya loke. The branches of this tree extend downward and upward, nourished by the three modes of material nature. The twigs are the objects of the senses. This tree also has its root going down, and these are bound to the fruitive actions of human society. 15.3 and 4 Na rupam asyeha tathopalavhyate Nanto na chadir na cha sampratishtha अश्वस्थम एनं सुविऋणमूलम् असंगशस्त्रेण दृढेन छित्त्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गगीतव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसिता पुराणी. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination, one can cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of the detachment. Thereafter, one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial. 15.5 निर्मानमोहाजित संगदोषा अध्यात्म नित्या विनिवृत्त कामा द्वंद्वैर्विमुक्ता सुख दुखे संगे गच्छन्ति मूढ़ा पदम अव्ययम तत्. Those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who, unbewildered, know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attain to that eternal kingdom. 15.6 न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशांको न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. That supreme abode of mind is not illumined by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to their material world. 15.7 ममैवांसो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः षष्ठानि इन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. 15.8 शरीरं यद्वाप्नोति चापि यच्चापि उत्क्रमाति ईश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात्. The living entity in this material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. Thus, he takes one kind of body and again quits to it, take another. 15.9 Shrotram chakshu smarsanam cha rasnam ghranam eva cha adhisthaya manaschayam visayanu upasevate. The living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects. 15.10 Utkramantam sthitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanvitam vimudhananupashyanti pashyanti jnana chakshusah. The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this. Om Jnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Sri Chaitanya, Sri Chaitanya. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Presthaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve, Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, Pashyatu Deshatarine. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। Once again, welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So we are in chapter number 15, the yoga of the Supreme Person. So in the last chapter, we have discussed a lot on the three modes of material nature. That is chapter number 14. We have seen that three modes of material nature are goodness, passion, and ignorance. Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. So these, you do whatever activity in this material world will belong to these three modes of material nature. So in chapter number 15, we'll see the yoga of the Supreme Person, Purushottam Yoga. Okay. So in verse number 15. So in chapter number 15, we have got various sections A, B, C, D. So 15.1 to 15.5 we'll discuss how we can detach from this material world. What is material world? Material world is the reflection of the spiritual world. Then in section B, we'll see from verse number 6 to 11, Purushottam Yoga, the transmigrations. Living entities wandering in various living species. There are so many species in this material world, 84 lakh species. Then section number C, we'll see from verse number 12 to 15, how Krishna is the supreme maintainer. How Krishna gives shelter to everyone. How, say, Krishna is the cause of all causes. How Krishna is the primal person, primal cause. Then verse number, in section D, you will see 16 to 20, the three sloka summarizing the Vedas and Vedanta kinds of living entities. So what is the role of Veda and Vedas? What is the conclusion of the Vedas? The objective of the Vedas, the conclusion of the Vedas is to understand that Krishna is the cause of all causes. Krishna is the only person to be worshipped. So we'll start with section A from verse number 1 to 5. How one can become detached from the material world. And this material world is the reflection of the spiritual world. One should detach himself from the material world. That should be objective. One should get detachment from this material world. And what are the things required that we are going to discuss? We'll understand properly with proper analogy what is a spiritual world, what is material world. What is a tree, what is a root, what it indicates. So we have a very good example of banyan tree analogy we'll see in this particular section. So how one can attain spiritual world? One should surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. The one who surrenders himself unto the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Krishna can attain spiritual world. There is no doubt. Krishna himself will come down on his Garuda and will take you to the spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan Dham. So Golok Vrindavan Dham is the abode of Lord Sri Krishna. So one who wants to attain that abode should worship Lord Krishna. Okay, so in previous verses we have seen, if you want to go to moon planet, moon, worship moon god. If at all you want to go sun planet, worship sun god. Likewise, okay. So if you worship Krishna, you will attain Supreme Lord's abode, that is Golok Vrindavan Dham. Verse number 1, 15.1. The yoga of the Supreme Person. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Urdhvamulam Adha Sakham Asvastham Prahuravyayam Chandamti Yasya Parnani Yastam Vedasa Vedavita. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its root upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. So, in material world, there is a tree, banyan tree. So here we will try to understand this material world with example of banyan tree. For example, if a banyan tree is standing on the bank of a river, and if you see the perverted reflection of that tree, you can see that the roots are upward and branches are down. So, if the tree is, and originally the root of the tree is downward and the branches are upward. But here in this example, it is shown that roots are upward and branches are down. It means what? Material world is the reflection of spiritual world. And this water represents material world. This water represents material world. That is the perverted reflection. Okay, so we can see that material world is described an upside down banyan tree. The actual banyan tree we can see on the bank of a river, and the perverted banyan tree we can see in the water. So this material world is the perverted reflection of spiritual world. So why this material world, entire material world is compared with banyan tree? Why? Because this material world is exactly opposite of the spiritual world. So those who are hankering behind sense gratification, there is no end. Just one is wandering from one branch to other branch. And there are so many branches, endless branches are there in the banyan tree. So the one who want to enjoy in this material world, changing his body and getting new species of life and changing from one branch to another. And the banyan tree is so huge. So because of the material attachment, one is wandering onto the entire banyan tree from one branch to another. So, okay, so changing life from one body to another body here compared with one branch, going from one branch to another branch. Okay, so and the leaves of the banyan tree represents the Vedic hymns. The one who wants to elevate himself chants Vedic hymns. So Vedic hymns represent the leaves of the tree. Okay, and why one should understand that this tree is an illusion tree. Okay, the one who knows that this material is waste of time. This material world is waste of time. Okay, so this is the pure knowledge. Once you identify this, you are living in this material world just for sense gratification. So that is the sword. That is the sword. You can cut the your relation with the material world, and you can detach from material world and attach to Krishna. So once you attach to Krishna, material world will be completely detached. Although it seems that one who is living in this material world, but he is untouched. Like a lotus flower in the water. Water never touches lotus flower. Similarly, those who are sadhu, those who are sant, those who are reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and following Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, reading the scriptures, although it seems they are living in this material world, but material hankering doesn't touch them. So what is the process of extrication? Only devotional service. Only one medicine, that is the devotional service. For all diseases, only one medicine, devotional service. Follow Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Follow the instructions, order of spiritual master. Do some seva in temple. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Follow the four regulative principles. Okay? Srila Prabhupada has given so many concessions. You can chant only 16 rounds. Previous acharyas have chanted so many rounds. Namachar Haridas Thakur chanted 3 lakh rounds. Even he used not have water before chanting 3 lakh rounds. So that's why his name was Namacharya Haridas Thakur. Okay, so detachment from material activities and process of attachment by transcendental service. So if you follow, if you perform transcendental service, so this is the process of attachment with Krishna. Detaching from material, attaching to Krishna. Okay, so this is the material world. In this material world, as we have seen that this banyan tree is upside down. Chapter number 15 refutes impersonalism. So, impersonalism, Brahman says, the concept says that in spiritual world, it consists of undifferentiated Brahman. Upside down tree indicates that it is a reflection on the bank of a river. Okay, so this material world itself represents that there is a spiritual world. If I can see a tree upside down, it means there is original tree also. If I can see perverted reflection, it means there is some object. Without object, you cannot see reflection. So on the bank of a river, there is an original tree standing, and we can see in the water the reflected, perverted reflection, upside down tree. It shows that spiritual world is full of variety and not just undifferentiated Brahman. Mayavadi says that spiritual world consists of impersonalism Brahman, undifferentiated Brahman. So Brahman is the center of all manifestations. This material world is a manifestation of the center by 180 degree. So now here it shows the 360 degree. Half of the 360 degree, 180 shows the material world and 180 degree shows the spiritual world. Okay, so this entire spiritual world and material world represents 360 degree. Out of this 360 degree, original 180 degree spiritual world and perverted reflection 180 degree material world. Okay. So what it means, what does it mean to know the Vedas? Okay, the Vedas help us to understand Krishna. Vedas regulate our life. There are people, they are very much attracted to ritualistic. So you have to follow Vedas, scriptures. Okay, so there are many rituals given. If you want to have a beautiful wife, worship Uma Devi. If you want to have a handsome husband, worship Uma Devi. So if you're worshipping those who want to have good wife and husband, they worship Uma Devi. Okay, so likewise, these are written in the Vedas. So people are hankering behind those material things. They are worshipping devatas for material things. In this material world, nothing is permanent. Your all activities belongs to three modes of material nature. So what is the meaning of having all these material things? So people don't understand the purpose of Vedas. And the purpose of Vedas is to understand Krishna. Worship Krishna. Krishna is the root. Krishna is the cause of all causes. So if you worship Krishna, all the devatas will be satisfied. Why? Because all the devatas are also part and parcel of Krishna. All the living entities are also part and parcel of Krishna. So in this material world, the one who does perform some good thing is worshipped. Similarly, devatas are, demigods are top class Vaishnavas. They are also worshipping Krishna. They are very much eager to have human form of life. कहते हैं ना कि देवता भी जो है धरती पर आने के लिए तरसते हैं. So why after coming in this material world, devatas can worship Krishna. They can see Krishna physically present on this earth. Why? Because they worship Krishna. So we worship devatas, but devatas worship Krishna. So instead of worshipping indirectly, directly worship Krishna. If you please Krishna, all the devatas will be pleased. You don't have to worship separately Uma Devi to have good husband and wife. You worship Krishna, Uma Devi will be happy and your wishes will be fulfilled. Okay. So, this is the text number 1. Text number 2. (15.2) अधशोर्ध्वं प्रसितास तस्य शाखा गुण प्रविद्धा विषय प्रवाला अधस्य मूलानि अनुसंततानि कर्मानुबंधीनि मनुष्यलोके. The branches of this tree extend downward and upward, nourished by the 3 modes of material nature. The twigs are the objects of the senses. This tree also has roots going down, and these are bound to the fruitive actions of human society. Okay, so this water, we have seen that on the bank of a river there is a banyan tree, and we can see in the water the perverted reflection of banyan tree. So here water is desire. Your desire is material, so that's why you are in material world. If your desire is Krishna, you will understand Krishna and you will belong to Krishna's lok, Golok, Vrindavan, Dham. Okay, so material world is a tree nourished by 3 modes and fruitive acts. People are hankering behind material benefits. They are doing a lot of hard work to get more money. And what will do they with this money? They will enjoy. Will go to movie, club, foreign tour. So many material attachment. And to have a lot of money, they will cheat others. Okay, so if you are in material world, to have more money, you are doing something wrong. That is material. You do whatever things in this material world belongs to 3 modes of material nature. You do good thing. The people are doing charity. People are doing charity so that their name will be in the top list. They will be famous in people. So for becoming famous, they are doing charity. It is material. You are doing good thing, but the purpose is wrong. It means it is a goodness, but it belongs to the material world. Passion, I want to have more money. They will do a lot of hard work like animal, donkey work, to earn more money by hook or crook. They will make a huge amount to have big bungalow, big car, big dreams. So while doing all these things, and they are very, very much passionate, very, very much passionate. They will love their work like anything. Okay, so in this conclusion is, in this material world, everyone is hankering behind money, passion. They want to become good cricketer, top class cricketer. And for that, they can do anything. Even if they are not eligible, they will do some illegal means. They will follow some illegal means and will reach to that point. So although you got it, but you got it by wrong way. So this is the material world. Somehow or the other, you are going to do some wrong things. And it will belong to the material world. So if you are performing, and there are people that don't perform anything, ignorance. Everything is just lying in front of them, but they don't want to pick it up and have it. So much lazy. That they are living their life in totally darkness, illusion, laziness. Okay, so while living in this material world, what you perform, what you desire, will belong to goodness, passion, and ignorance. So your next life will be in the proportion of desires belong to these three modes. So if you have eaten so much meat eating, all the animals, so your next life will be lion. Go and eat flesh only. Your original food is flesh. Okay, so for human being, meat is not allowed. So if you have got a human life, you should be vegetarian. You should not eat non-veg. If you are eating non-veg, your next birth will be non-veg eater animal. And if you are eating a particular animal, one day will come that animal will also eat you. That is the cycle. So we need to understand. Okay, sometimes you find that a tract of land is barren for want of sufficient water, and sometimes a tract is very, very green. That depends on desire. How much good or bad desire you have. Okay, so similarly, in the proportion of material modes of nature, your next life is decided. So this is the text number 2. So as you have seen that banyan tree in this material world, this material world is the reflection of the banyan tree of the spiritual world. So in this root, Brahma is there. We can see that upside down. Branches are down and roots are up. So up roots here. So in this material world, who is the topmost devata? Lord Brahma. So this root going upward represents Brahmaji. And the other branches and all represents the different species wandering here and there. And the leaves represent Vedic hymns. So Vedic hymns, instead of understanding the purpose of Vedas, people just blindly follow Vedas to fulfill their material desires. So banyan tree is the example of entanglement of the material world. So banyan tree, the original tree of banyan is in material world. And the one which we can see in this material world is perverted reflection. And in this material world, the nourishment of all material living entities, of all material things, under the three modes of material nature, that is goodness, passion, and ignorance. So the roots are upward, that is goes to Brahma Loka. And the secondary roots are in the human planetary systems. And they go in different directions. Okay, and the different routes goes in different directions, doing different karmas, activities for fruitive, , 3 gems. 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 Okay, so and then branches represent the upper and lower 14 planetary systems. 14 planetary systems. So 14 planetary. So lower parts of the branches are human beings, animals, horses, cows, dogs, cats, etc. So upper parts are the demigods, Gandharvas, and many other higher species of life. Okay, so in verse number 2 of chapter number 15 represents branches, various manifestations. Okay, so branches represents lower and upper 14 planetary systems, and also it tells about various manifestations. So material world manifestations like us, human being, horses, cats, dogs, hogs, etc. And upper planetary systems, Devatas, demigods, Lord Shiva, Brahmaji, and all. Gandharvas, those who lives in the higher planetary systems. And these green leaves represent the Vedic hymns. Green leaves represent the Vedic hymns, Vedic mantras. What are the Vedic mantras? Ritualistic formulas of the Vedas. These ritualistic Vedas, formulas of the Vedas are also very important. But the ultimate, supreme objective of these Vedas to understand Krishna. But people use these Vedic mantras to fulfill their desire. Okay. Then tips of the branches are senses, eyes, ears, nose, etc. So these are the tips of the branches. Eyes we can see, ears we can hear, nose we can smell, etc. And fruits are like karmas of jiva, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So these are the karmas of jivas, karma of jivas, fruits. Then 15.1 to 2 tells the living entities involvement in this material world. So living entities or species are hopping from one branch to another branch, trying to taste the fruit. So ultimately, they are running behind the fruits of action. And there is no end. There is no end. In a human life, you are eating lot of human flesh, animal flesh, all the meat eating. Next life will be the meat eater animal. Okay. Likewise, you will be wandering in this material world just for to taste the taste of the fruits. Okay. And there is no end. Go on and enjoy throughout your 84 lakh species of life until you get human form of life, where in human form of life you can revive. That is the best opportunity. You can revive Krishna consciousness. You can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You are more intelligent than animal. So human life is the best creature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They can know what is bad, what is God. They can study, they can chant, they can hear, they can listen, they can sing. So all these activities should belong to Krishna. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So whatever activity you are doing, do it by keeping Krishna in center. So if you are doing it for Krishna, it will be sanctified. Don't worry about the fruits of action. Krishna will not take your fruit. Krishna will give you in a lot in return. So we are offering the karmas to Krishna. We are doing karma and fruits of action is offered to Krishna. So even if the fruits of action is bad, you will not be affected. Because this entire material world is made up of duality. Labh, hani, profit, loss, happy, distress. You do whatever belongs to this. Today you got profit, a lot of profit, you will be happy. But tomorrow, day changes, fortune changes, and you get loss also. A little loss, a great loss, whatever it may be. But after losing, you will be in distress. That is duality. You get more, you are happy. You get less, you are unhappy. So this entire material world is made up of duality. So can't see how far T extends or where it ends. So just in the search of fruits of action, to taste the every fruit, you will be wandering from one branch to another, like monkey, hopping from one branch to another. Similarly, by changing your body, you are wandering in this material world to taste the higher taste. In material world, you will never get higher taste. Higher taste is in spiritual world. If you renounce the fruits of action, you will attain Krishna Japot. Okay. So although living entities are the eternal fragmental part of Krishna, they are struggling with the senses. So these senses are the root cause of material hankering. You have ear, you will listen Bollywood song. You have eyes, you will watch Bollywood movie. You will watch TV. You will watch some beautiful man and woman. You will watch some bad things. You have got a nose, you will smell some bad things. Instead of smelling tulsi leaves offered unto the lotus feet of Krishna. Okay, so if you perform action and you have desire the fruits of action, so that is the root cause of material hankering. So you have to do action and fruits of action should be offered to Krishna. Once you offer it, it will be sanctified. And Krishna will give you in return many times you offered it. Okay. So this is the verse number 2. Okay. So verse number 3 and 4 we'll see next time. So in verse number 2 and 1 we have seen that, and we have seen a very good analogy that is of banyan tree. The original banyan tree is in a spiritual world, and there is a water, and water represents desire. So if you desire material things, you will be in material world, and if you desire Krishna, you will be in spiritual world. So there is a water in the form of desire. So in this water, we can see the perverted reflection of tree, which is originally situated in spiritual world. So this is the exactly opposite. Reflection means opposite, mirror image. So whatever is original, you can see in the mirror, it is reverse. Okay. So here water is the material desire. So if you have material desire, you will be in material world. If you have a spiritual desire, you will be in spiritual. So both the things are there. Krishna has given you a free will. Like you give your son and daughter free will. You do whatever you want. And once he does or she does good thing, you pat. And once he or she does bad thing, you forbid him or her. But even after forbidding, if he or her, she doesn't listen to you, what do? You don't force anything. Similarly, Supreme Lord Krishna, Lord also not, do not force you. He has given you a free will. You have got a human form of life, perform devotional service, attain the abode of Lord Krishna. But if you have a desire to enjoy, you will be in material world, hankering from one species of life to another species of life. Hare Krishna. So here we will stop. Next time we'll see verse number 3. Hare Krishna. Any question you can ask? Hare Krishna. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण।